Hi, this is the team from Easel. Welcome to the first of our Easel app tutorials as part of our YouTube course. And the way these courses are going to work is we will have a video that explains one Easel app at a time. And in the description for the video, we'll have a link to an example project, and it's going to be a project that has examples that you can test with, and then a second work piece that shows what those examples could look like or how they work within the app. And this will allow you to get a sense of where to start and where to end. And then we just encourage you to test it out for yourself. So we're going to start just kind of talking through the Inlay app. The first thing to note about the Inlay app, and the first thing that I think is really important about it, is that I would recommend starting with 3 work pieces. So by default, when you start a new Easel project, it starts with 1 work piece, and I would just recommend adding 2 more to it. And so there's a reason for this. You're going to have your original design, and then the inlay generator is going to create a cutout for the part that gets inlaid, and then a carve out for the part that gets the inlay put into it. And so we need 2 other work pieces to put it there because we don't want to carve them all on the same work piece. So I would start with 3 work pieces and then start creating your design that you want to inlay. In this case, I'm going to use just a very simple star and square shape. And once I have those, I'm going to select both of them and then move over to the Easel app icon. And so the app icon, if we're looking here, is the one with the screwdriver and the wrench crossed on the left-hand toolbar. When I select that, at the top we'll see Inlay Generator. When I click on that, we can see the 2 objects that I've selected and what the inlays that are being made are going to look like. So we can see 1 cutout and 1 carve out, and then 2 sliders. The first slider is for bit size. I currently have my bit set to 1/8 inch, so I'm going to keep that, but you'll want to make sure to adjust this to the bit size that you are intending to use for these inlays, because that really determines how the inlay generator imports the objects you need. And then the tolerance is just how much space for the kind of plug-in is, and kind of how much kind of wiggle room you want to have. In this case, I think the default tolerance is fine, but I might up it just a little bit because you never know in case something goes wrong. And then once you're ready, you can click import, and you'll see that it generated 2 sets of objects. This is my carve out that the plug will sit into, and then these are for my plugs. And what I want to do is keep my original in case I need to reference it, but I also want to add my carve out and my plug to a new project. So I'll go ahead and click on edit and copy, edit and paste, and then again, edit and copy, and edit and paste. And then I'm going to go ahead and remove these from my original. And now I have 3 work pieces: my original, my cutout for my inlay, and then my pocket, which my inlay will sit into. And I can adjust these as much as I need and wherever I need them to be, and then I'm ready to carve my inlay. Again, there'll be a project at the bottom of the screen in the YouTube description that you can link to kind of test out the Easel Inlay Generator with some basic shapes. Let us know any questions you might have in the YouTube comments. Have a wonderful day.
To learn more, head over to easel.com.